Hi everyone, in this series of video I'm going to talk about using Karya Extension, that is one of the modules of our live app. Karya Extension essentially allows one to fetch data from that is collected using another app called Karya, which is a crowdsourcing tool, and whatever data is collected and recorded there, that could be directly fetched into the live app. Also, Live App allows one to maintain the metadata of the speakers and other information related to the recordings that we are going to do. So let's just start with this demo. Now, as you could see, the live dashboard will have a Karya extension button out there, which is used for managing all the recordings that are done by a Karya. Now I'm logged in into this uh, dashboard using an account, using an owner account. As you could see, I've already selected the active project as demo data 1, and uh, this user is the owner of this project, which means that this project was created by this user. Right, so let's now get into the dashboard of Karya extension. As you could see, for owners there are a lot of different options available. The first thing that one needs to do before starting the recording part uh, on Karya is to download the access code that is generated in Karya and upload it here on the live app, so that we could assign those access codes to different speakers, and while assigning those access codes to different speakers, we also maintain the metadata. So we'll come to all of that in the subsequent videos. Let's first start with uploading the access code part. So as you could see that there is a few information about the access code that is needed. Now this is depending on how you have set up the project. You will see a list of domains here. Now, these are the domains in which the data is going to be collected, right? So, and this list depends on what all is selected while you created the project, right? So while creating this project, I selected a handful of domains in which the data is going to be collected, and one set of access codes could be uploaded for only one of the domains. So uh, for example, for now I have generated access code for collecting data in the agriculture domain. So the task in Karya relates to agriculture domain, and all the questions and the tasks that are there, that will relate to the agriculture domain. Uh, the second one is the elicitation method. Again, this will depend on what you have selected while creating the project. And see, for this project I have only selected narration as the elicitation method. There could be a bunch of other elicitation methods as well that could be used within one project, but for this project I have selected only narration, and so there is nothing else to select now. So these elicitation methods are essentially the methods that we will use for eliciting the data, right? So narration essentially means that we will give a question to the speaker, and the speaker will record their answer to that question, so which will be in the form of a narration, right? And there could be other elicitation methods such as translation, where we give a sentence to the speaker needs to record its translation. uh, Conversational data could also be included, where the elicitation method would be conversation, and the recordings there are expected to be that of conversation. The third option is the language option. Now this is the language in which the data is to be collected. Again, this will depend on the project that we have created. So for this project I have already, while creating the project, I have already selected that the data will be collected only for Hindi. The last one is the task. Now the while generating the access code in Karya, we need to specify for what task the access code is being generated, right? So whatever access code you're going to upload, that will depend on for which task those worker access codes have been generated, has been created, and as such we have to select the task accordingly. Now if the access code is generated for the recording task, we'll select recording here, which will mean that the data will be this data will be recorded. Verification of recordings will mean that the data is already recorded, and the access code is generated for accessing those recorded speech samples and then verifying their quality, etc. Similarly, the transcription of recordings would mean that the the data has been recorded and is verified. Now it is up for transcription, and those access codes will then be given to those people who will be doing the transcription of those recordings. Right, for now, let's start with the recording. Since the access code that has been generated um, uh, that is only for recording the speech samples from the speakers. Now you see there's a checkbox that if you want to use this to download data from Karya. Currently we are not going to download data from Karya, so this will not be checked. Alright, so then we browse and go to the file where the access code is there, and we'll just look into the uh, samples, and this is the CSV file that is generated by the Karya app. uh, for all the workers, you simply upload this, submit this as the first part of this. So this has now uploaded all the access codes into our live app. Now none of these access codes are yet assigned to any speaker, right? So this will cover in the next video how to assign this access code to the speakers. Thank you.